Okay, so I do a better job of getting whole numbers if I use this point and this point, because neither of these points come out with whole number x's, right? Reasonably, this could be the point 2, and x equals 2, and we look like we're about 1 unit above y equals 17, so I would go with 218. I actually think I saw that in somebody's paper. And this distance looks about the same as this distance, right? So I'm going to say this is 3 units below this line, which puts it at 4,9. Okay? So my equation would be maybe y minus 9 over x minus 4 equals, and the slope, okay, the rise is -9, and the run is 2. So that'd be -9/2. So that becomes y equals what? -9/2 x. Check my algebra here. And then -9/2 times -4 is plus 18. But then we got to add the 9 also, so I think maybe that's -9/2 x plus 27. Okay? Maybe. So, makes a certain amount of sense. And I'm going to estimate the coordinates at this point. Well, you estimate. Somebody give me your estimate. What do you think x is here?
314.
That looks like it's pretty much halfway here, right? So that's a convenient point. So I'm going to say that x is 3, and y, you know, that's between 1 and 2, okay? So I'm going to say 3/2, okay? Will you allow that? You're generous. Okay. Now, I can take these equations and solve them simultaneously for x, right? Like I could write these two equations down and then just change the signs of one of them and the y's will add up to 0, right? Okay? So since we've used elimination, the other thing you could do, if y equals this and y equals this, then this has to equal this, right? Okay? So that would be legitimate. And I'm going to go ahead and do it the way. Write this one down, right? Then I'm going to write this one down, but I'm going to change all the signs. So I get -y equals plus 9/2 x minus 27. And I get 0 equals, well, 3/2 and 9/2 is 12/2, that's 6. And that's -6. And that's ridiculous. Something's wrong.
It's supposed to be just a 9.
Huh?
You wrote -9 before, is it just supposed to be 9?
Where?
Like how we got the estimation for
4/9?
4/9. Yeah.
Okay. Something wrong with that?
We wrote that it was a -9 later on?
Well, no, but the rise is from 18 down to 9.
Oh, okay. Right.
If you do the fundamental triangle, you're going to get -9/2.
Okay.
The run is 2, the rise is -9. But thanks, because there's something wrong here, and that could have been it. Okay? Well, there's something screwed up here. I get x equals 1, and that should be the x coordinate of the point of intersection, right? Does it match? Okay, so I know I messed up, right? And you know what? When you do this, you won't be just pretending to mess up like I was. Yeah, actually, I really messed up, but I did it in my head quickly, right? I didn't worry about whether I messed up or not. Okay? If I'd have gotten it right, I'd have said, now we got to check it, right? If it doesn't check, then we got to figure it out. Okay, so something's wrong. Something's wrong with one of my calculations, and just looking at it quickly, I get 18, and 9 is 27. I get 9/2. I don't see what's wrong there, and I get 3/2. Uh-oh. It would have been 3 halves minus 6 plus 15. This should have been plus 9. Okay? So now when I write it down, I've got plus 9 here. And look at this. Just by dumb luck, this gives me x equals 3. So not only did I, by dumb luck, find my mistake, which usually takes me months, but it matches the x coordinate here, right? Okay? Now, is the y coordinate going to match? That would be even dumber luck. I doubt it. But it's possible. I know I'm close. Okay? Okay, so now we find the y coordinate. So we get the x coordinates through, plug into an equation, and let's just use the first equation. Y equals 3 halves times 3 plus 9. You know, that shouldn't be 3 halves. I said 3 halves higher than this, right? I should have said 3 halves plus 12, and it might even work out. Okay, what's 3 halves plus 12?
12 and 3 halves.
Pardon?
12 and 3 halves.
No, well, yeah, it's 12 and 3 halves, which is 13 and 1 half, if you think about it, which is 27 halves, right? Boy, I mean, that's total dumb luck, you know, because I didn't try to make this happen. I didn't try to make it come out exact. And, you know, you try to make it come out exact, and you probably won't be able to, depending on the coordinates of the points I give you, right? It's unlikely that the lines really intersect at the point you estimate, but since this point came out pretty neatly, that's our 12 plus 3 halves, right? 24 halves and 3 halves is 27 halves. Okay, well, that's the process. And then verifying the second equation. Because maybe it works and maybe it doesn't. I suspect it will. Second equation is okay, y should be 27 halves. That should be negative 9 halves of 3 plus 27, and yeah, that does equal 27 halves. And you can do the arithmetic of the fractions. Okay?